WRTR Real Talk Radio. Featured guest DJs. Original shows. Music news. The hottest DJs from around the world.
Did you miss us? Because we certainly missed you. Welcome to another week on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Yo, thanks for allowing us to be a part of your day again. My name is Marcus Smoot.
My name is Miss Larry Bravado.
And it's your boy Tigger, man.
Kicking off a new week and a weekly recap here on WRTR. Go ahead. What's the mood this week, Tigger man?
Oh, I'm just wonderful. I'm good. I'm pretty good.
No parties, no nothing interesting. Anybody shout out?
No parties, no shout outs, no none of that.
You've been laying low. This is groundbreaking.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
I had to give it a rest. I had some family things to take care of, so yeah.
Understandable. Yeah, we did take some weeks off. You know, life be lifing. That's how shit happens. Miss Lyric, how's your mood? What's your week giving?
My week is giving a little bit of stress, but with some prayer and some woosah, everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah,
right.
prayer and woosah.
I know that's right.
I did have some interesting, something interesting that happened.
Ooh,
actually.
Do tell.
So, I will again be singing for a Level Up band.
Okay. All right.
Oh my
Why
God.
you laughing?
Because it's so funny how things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's what I wanted. I was missing that go-go aspect of my music, and right. I get what I want. Not only that, we will be performing at the Taste of DC June 15th.
Ooh,
that's what's up. That's
major.
What's up.
Yeah, so.
Good news. Good news.
Yes.
Where are the tickets? Where are the tickets? Do you have information yet or not?
Yeah, I'll DM them to you.
All righty. Mm-hmm. And for the people that are listening,
you got to go on Eventbrite and they will have a link. But if you want to get them from me, which I would prefer because that would help our band out, you can DM me on Facebook and also Instagram, because that's where I will be the most this week. Promoting.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's good to get some good news on this podcast. You know, we never say good things. I mean, y'all ain't never doing no good things, and we regurgitate what y'all do. So
I'm always doing good things.
Are you? Because you just said the week was tame. What was you doing? That
it was
so
just
good?
okay. No, I told you I had to.
Oh, the family.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was just this time. But any other time, I'm always doing things.
I feel you. I'm in a spicy but like prideful type mood. But it's like focused also.
Happy
Plus,
Pride.
it is. I mean, it's that. I'm in a prideful mood. I'm in a focused mood, but I don't know. I'm in a throuple now with my allergies and these motherfucking summer colds. It's like, you know, they're holding me down. They didn't got together and found love in my hopeless ass, and here we all sit. So, excuse the sniffles and the congestion and all of that. So I'm gonna try to say as little as possible.
He say it's allergies.
What is it?
Allergies. It could be something else.
It is not.
Don't even do it.
It is not.
You know how people take stuff and run with it these days.
Oh God, and it's pride too. Because then, okay. Anyways, and then I done lost weight. You know, that's the first thing to get. They be like, "Oh, you know, he getting sick. You heard him on the podcast. They didn't even sound like him." You know how they do. All right. So I'll kick off this week's Black Fact. The lesser known triumph in Black history is the establishment of the Negro Fort in Spanish Florida during the early 19th century. It was led by a Maroon community of former enslaved Africans and Black Seminoles. This fortified settlement served as a beacon of freedom and resistance against slavery. So the community not only defended themselves against attacks, but they also provided refuge for escaped slaves. The fort's significance lies in its representation of African American agency and resistance, showcasing the determination and resilience of individuals to create independent communities beyond the reach of slavery. So I truly, for all of y'all that are listening, I encourage you to look this up. Exploring the legacy of like the Negro fort is like the perfect staple for just how we are as a community. We see people, we bring them in, regardless. We don't care where you come from. That's colonizer bullshit. We are just, we're family oriented, and that just really solidified, it for me, just reading it and embracing it. So just a little nugget of African American history for those of y'all that want it, and Black history for those of y'all that, don't. Fuck you. All right, what you got, Miss Lyric?
Mine's is pretty lengthy, but it's needed to be said because it pissed me off, and I did not know about this. So, have you ever heard of the Fulton sisters?
No.
No. Okay, me neither. The
My
Fulton
bad.
sisters are the first recorded identical Black quadruplets. Guess what happened to them? They were used to sell baby formula. How? How do you ask? Dr. Cleaner opened a bidding war among baby formula companies to become the girls' corporate family. The winner Pet Milk Company launched the first formula campaign aimed at Black mothers. They were born in 1946 to Anne May Fultz, who lost her ability to hear and speak in childhood, where she gave birth to Mary Louise, Mary Ann, Mary Alice, and Mary Catherine. I guess she loved that.
She had a thing.
Mm-hmm. So, of course, they gained media attention from reporters and photographers across the nation. In 1946, everything changed when they were born because the girls' doctor, Dr. Fred Cleaner, named the girls after his wife, mother, aunt, and great aunt. Oh, wow, he named them. Cleaner took advantage of Annie Mae and her husband when he saw the girls as an opportunity to make money. The Pet Milk campaign was a success, making millions of dollars. Cleaner, not the parents, was awarded a contract with Pet Milk. The company compensated the Fultz with medical care and a nurse, food for the girls, and a farm that turned out to be barren. Cleaner put a large window in the nursery where visitors could come and pay and look at the girls on the weekends like a human zoo.
What?
He kept such tight control over these sisters, isolating them from their 7 brothers and sisters and later their parents, that when they turned 6, Cleaner and Pet Milk persuaded a judge to let a nurse that Cleaner chose for them to become their guardian. The sisters never lived with their family again, and although their lives looked glamorous from the outside, they lived in poverty their entire life.
Yikes.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, during their growth, they traveled the country promoting the milk, modeling for commercials and magazines. They met the presidents, Truman and Kennedy, and had lunch with Robert Kennedy. They met tons of celebrities.
And
none of them
was
got
like
paid off of any of these
wow.
Yep. So yes, all of them are deceased now. Their family has never gotten any money from that doctor. The last surviving quadruplet died in 2018 at the age of 71.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I know I just said a lot, but I read that and it just made my skin crawl because it's unbelievable how a doctor was able to steal not 1, not 2, but all 4 babies from a family.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's America. All right, Chicken Man, you're up.
Okay, so
You got something upbeat? Jesus.
I guess so. Okay. Okay, so a group of young people from Philadelphia who are part of a National Youth Foundation are stepping up to take care for beautifully. Let me start over. The stolen remains of 19 Black people who died in the 1800s are now being cared for by Philly youth. Philly as in Philadelphia.
Okay.
So a group of young people from Philadelphia who are part of the National Youth Foundation are stepping up to care for and beautify the gravesite for the stolen remains of 19 African Americans who died in the 1800s. Jeez. Their remains were previously housed at Penn Museum, which is owned by the University of Pennsylvania since 1966. However, earlier this year, the remains were given a proper final resting place in a private ceremony held at Eden Cemetery in Collingdale, Pennsylvania. The remains of these deceased men and women are collectively referred to as the Black Philadelphians and were stolen by a physician named Samuel G. Morton, who in the early 19th century decided to use their remains for his horrible pseudo-scientific eugenics research. Morton and his cohorts unethically,
Zeus going off in the background.
Oh Lord, you hear him, and my door's closed too. Okay, well anyway, his cohorts unethically stole the remains and housed them at the Academy of the Natural Sciences, where he had served as president. However, now that the remains have been buried with dignity, the National Youth Foundation, the I Matter Project, and the historic Eden Cemetery recently collaborated for a youth beautification and education initiative. More than 50 young people planted flowers around the gravesite and even held a private ceremony to educate the local community about the history of the Black Philadelphians.
Wow. I mean, that's awesome to hear that, these bodies are getting final burials, or final resting places and everything. And even better, that the youth is actually stepping up to make this happen. So I could definitely appreciate that. So, but I love how I started with like, okay, wait, Zeus, what you not gonna do, Zeus, is interrupt this podcast. Oh my God, what is he going off about, Tigger?
You can still hear him.
We can hear him like he's sitting next to you.
Oh my God, he's not even. Lord Jesus. Okay, let me.
You know what? While Ticket Man gets a trank dart, we gonna take a quick break and come back with If It Were Lyric. Up next on WRTR. Somebody call Peter because he is being abused.
That motherfucker is not sorry. Abusers rarely are. They just fear accountability. He could have been sorry a decade ago or even last year when Cassie filed that lawsuit and he released a statement calling her a liar, knowing full well what he had done to her. And let's start with the fact that he posed that apology to us, the public, rather than the woman who escaped his abuse only to have to now relive it in front of the entire world. What the fuck are you apologizing to us for? And if you need proof that there's not a bit of remorse or rehabilitation in that man, it's when he referred to his abuse of her as the darkest point in his life. As if he was the one having a hard time and just acting out of character. That video is one of the most terror-inducing things that I've seen in a while, and one of the scariest aspects is this. Think about how normalized abuse has to be in the mind of a person that will run out of their hotel room in a towel to brutally assault their girlfriend in a public fucking place in broad daylight. He is so used to behaving that way that he could not even get dressed. He didn't think twice before running out there because enacting violence was at the forefront of his mind. Diddy met Cassie when she was a teenager seeking stardom, and he used his power and his influence to subject her to indignities that would horrify me if they were the plot of a novel or a movie. Yet they were her reality for over 10 years. He's a fucking demon. And speaking of demons, it is so absurd that there were so many Christians in his comment section proclaiming to forgive him as if they're the ones who suffered by his hand. No one has a right to judge him. We should just pray for him. If ever there was a safe space for abusers, it's the church, because y'all have so badly distorted the concepts of accountability and forgiveness that all somebody has to do is invoke the name of God and y'all will open your arms to them even if they continue to cause harm.
Maybe not what you should do, but definitely she would. If it were lyric.
What's going on, you guys? It's your girl, Miss Lyric, and I'm back with my segment, If It Were Lyric, where I discuss all your situationships, friendships with benefits, and all that extra stuff that y'all like to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So, if you guys want to continue sending me your advice questions, and you want me to give my 2 cents about it, send them to my DM on Instagram, Facebook, and maybe even Twitter. And you can also email me at slidlovato@gmail.com. Now,
Did you say maybe even Twitter? You been tweeting lately?
I've been
Tweet.
being nosy ever since
Tweet,
I've
tweet.
seen, an announcement about Twitter.
What? Wait. About them having porn?
I'm going to be.
Oh, go ahead.
But anyway,
Uh-huh.
my first one is from Gia. Hey, girl. Gia says, "Hey, Lyric, I need your advice. I want to date my best friend forever's ex. They have been separated for over 3 years now. She really didn't like him and always complained. They haven't really been in a relationship long, maybe only 3 months, I'm sorry. And then she called it quits because she called him boring. Well, he ended up DMing me and I always found him attractive but never acted on it because at the time he was with my BFF. Now they're not together. I want to date him since he reached out and asked what I thought of him going out on a date with me. What should I do?"
All connected.
Girl, I guess people don't believe in the girl code or bro code or no code anymore. But for me personally, I've never been the one to date a friend's ex. There's a billion people in this world. Okay? Why pick somebody that your friend has been with? I just don't get it. I don't like it. I don't respect it. It's nasty. It's kind of nasty. You know what I'm saying?
Really,
and I know everybody is somebody's ex, but come on, that's your best friend. Regardless if she thought he was boring, you're still crossing over a line that you can never cross back over. Once you go there, guess what? And that friend feel away, she might. Just on the simple fact that that's her ex. There's just certain things that you don't do, especially when it comes to friends. And I'm going to jump on a limb and say that you value this friendship because you called her your best friend. Well, obviously she's not that. Maybe she's more of an associate for you to even be considering to do some foul shit like this.
Drag her.
I would not, Gia. I think you need to find a man that has not been tampered with by any of your friends.
I'm tampered with.
And just call it that. Because, girl, come on. I know you're not that desperate. Can't be.
I don't know. Have you looked around? Dick kind of hard to come by.
Listen, I know that the dating pool got boo-boo in it, but...
Listen, all the way kind of like pink trails of boo-boo and pee and all this other shit. Do you see? I don't know how y'all do it out here. My God.
But no, I'm not in agreement, and I'm sorry if you didn't get the result that you thought you was going to get from me. Miss Thing.
Yeah.
One of y'all got one?
Yeah, I got one for you. Okay, so this is coming from... this is anonymous. They didn't put their name on it. Here we go. Okay. Dear Lyric, I am a 29-year-old man who has been with a fantastic woman, 25, for the last year. I believe she is the one. We have moved quickly and have already settled into an apartment together. Recently,
I said work.
Oh, okay, yeah. Recently, she was asked to be a bridesmaid in a wedding between her ex's cousin and a friend she met through her ex. Her ex will be a part of the wedding. She isn't very close with this friend. It seems like the bride-to-be doesn't have many other friends. It is clear to me that my girlfriend really wants to attend this wedding. I asked her to see if we could attend the wedding without her being a bridesmaid, but she's under the impression that we wouldn't be invited otherwise. I felt like I could say no, So I agreed to go if she agreed she wouldn't attend any event where her ex would be present. But now she has agreed to be a bridesmaid, and I find myself getting upset every time the wedding is mentioned. I haven't begun to feel resentful towards her, but I'm worried this may change as the wedding draws closer. I want to be supportive, but I also can't ignore that I am clearly not okay with this arrangement. What should I do?
I'm sorry, I forgot y'all can't see my face.
What?
What in the insecurity shit we got going on here? First of all, it's not your wedding. It's somebody else's wedding. Are you that so self-absorbed that you don't trust your lady to be a fucking bridesmaid? Like, who does that? First of all, sir, I'm gonna need you to put your big boy pants on and get over yourself, because it's what's gonna last a couple of hours is not gonna phase you and your girl for the rest of y'all life. You're gonna take them ugly ass pictures and them ugly ass dresses. You're gonna get a bare minimum plate at the reception. You're gonna make fun of the aunties and the uncles trying to dance the new shit on the dance floor, and somebody gonna try to pay the ring bearer $5 so he can do the new dances, and somebody can record it on their TikTok. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. They're gonna do the line dances and throw the bouquet and throw the
my god, they still do line dances in 2024.
Yeah, the electric slide popping and all that new stuff they got going on. I think now it's like the little African Afro beat line dance that they got. I done seen. So boy, if you can't chill for a couple hours, how you gonna chill for the rest of your life with this girl? Because I promise you, when it comes to relationships, you're not going to 100% agree on every fucking thing.
It does not happen. It don't happen.
It don't. And that's the reality of it. You need to chill out, relax, let that girl go be in that ghetto ratchet ass wedding, which I'm sure it's gonna be. And then you take her home and y'all have a good time with each other and laugh about it. Like, make it a joke. Like, it's not even that serious. Like, for real. I cannot. You're 29. You sure you're 20? You sure you're 30? Better. Okay.
She said, "You sure you're 29?"
All right. All right. Next.
Nigga, go ahead and read your second while I have this sneezing fit on mic.
Right.
On mute. Go ahead.
Okay, so this second one I got. This is from Missy.
Elliot?
Missy. Nah.
Hi, boys.
Okay.
Baby, you back.
Yeah, right. Okay. Dear Larry, my husband had an affair. I found out after seeing. You know that ain't Missy. But anyway, my husband had an affair. I found out after seeing a motel charge on a bank account. I asked and he confessed that it was with an old school sweetheart. I asked how long it was going on, and he said 2 years. Damn. He then called her and told her I knew. He told me he had told her if I ever found out it was over for them. When I got on the phone with her, she said he was lying and that their affair had been going on for 20 years.
Bitch! This is tea. Go ahead.
He invited her to his mom's visitation when she passed. He invited her to other things as well. Now she no longer wants him because he's a liar, and he expects me to go back to the way it was. I don't know if there's time to go through it all. He also had an affair with someone at his work. He said it was a one-nighter. Who knows? I'm having so much trouble with this and all the things they did together. My husband didn't do anything with me. He skipped funerals, weddings, and engagements. I was going everywhere alone. People always asked where he was, and I had to say he's working. The way things are now is not comfortable. He doesn't care. He just wants his way and to not let anyone else in the family know. It's been 2 years and it's still fresh in my mind. I don't know what to do. Counseling hasn't helped. He wants me to forget everything. I'm going crazy. How do you trust after that?
Huh?
You don't. Guess what? What you say? He was engaging himself in somebody else's pussy.
Oh.
Okay, he was married to somebody else's coochie. Okay, so absolutely the fuck not. What you do is get a divorce. That's what it is. Because guess what? That other lady, that sweetheart, she ain't lying. She ain't got no reason to lie.
But
Yes, he admitted
years.
it, but
He
he's
said
been
20
fucking
years.
that lady for 20 fucking years. It ain't been giving you shit.
That's crazy.
Said nothing.
She wasn't
That
lying.
is crazy.
Listen, believe that other lady. Don't believe nothing he say. Because if he said that the lady from work was only a one night stand, please times that by 1,000, because he was probably beating that joint up many times. If he was always missing when it was time for y'all to go out and do what y'all was supposed to do, that's where he was at, girl. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Of course therapy's not gonna work. He broke your trust.
Right.
He made the choice to do that. Cheating, sometimes it happens in a relationship. That's one time. Oh, I messed up. 2 times, you did that shit on motherfucking purpose. You made the choice to continue to do that shit. So absolutely not. And he did that over 20 years. Basically, y'all whole marriage. A sham, a lie. You've been bamboozled.
Not bamboozled.
Yes. Yeah, go heal.
That's
what I recommend you to do. Get you a good attorney.
And a therapist.
Absolutely. Because it's probably going to take you a long time to get over this. The person that, you know what I'm saying, made vows to you, that you trusted with your heart, is out here diddling other women. Absolutely not, girl. Please. Crazy. Absolutely not. It's disrespectful as hell.
Wow.
Let him. And what makes it even funnier is not for you, but his side bitch don't even want him no more.
Oh my God.
He ain't got nowhere to go.
Oh.
Where he gonna go? I guess he gonna go with the person that he worked with, but the person that he worked with probably in a relationship too. That's the wild shit. So leave that man alone. He for the streets.
There you go.
Yikes.
There you
Alrighty. I should sound a little bit better now that I'm laying down. Anyways, this one says, Dear Lyric, unfortunately, my daughter's father is the epitome of the stereotypical child support father. From the moment that I told him that I was pregnant, this man has never been on the same page with parenting as I am. Over the 9 years my daughter has been alive, I've had to take him for child support, ask and remind him about the one time a year he makes to make an effort for her birthday to see her, and deal with the overwhelming drunk texts and calls from his mama and his sister about how I should take an effort to make sure the baby knows his side of the family, even though they can't always be physically there in her life. I've wrestled with this over the years and will occasionally allow her to take part in parties with the 2 cousins she has around her age. It was shared with me via Facebook. That's important. So it was shared with me via Facebook that his mother recently passed. They are still collecting the funds necessary for a funeral, but have been adamant about me and my child attending the funeral. Mind you, my daughter has met this woman once and has never known or asked about her. Do you think that I'm pushing the bitterness onto my child, or do you feel like I'm justified for not inconveniencing my child to a bunch of people that don't know her, trying to pass themselves off as close family to her? I feel like it's pointless, honestly, but what would you do if faced with the same decision? With love, Pam, with 2 M's.
Girl, take that girl to that daggone funeral and call it a daggone day. Don't be that bitter baby. Don't put yourself in that box. You already said he, fits that mode of being a deadbeat dad. you can look a certain way too. Like, you're supposed to rise above. Just because they going low and they, tackhead people, doesn't mean that you have to do the same. You don't have to respond in the same way. Be grown about it. You know what I'm saying? Just because she doesn't know them doesn't mean that that's still not her family. And at the end of the day, who's to say that she won't grow up and resent you for that? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to let kids, see things for themselves about people. I can speak for experience. I have a deadbeat baby father. My oldest child was never there. Did I go out of my way to keep my kid from him or his family? Absolutely not. Why? Because people will do what they choose to do when they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to put any effort towards my kid, then, I'm not going to go out of my way for it. If I see that you're interested in getting to know my kid for yourself, regardless if he's involved or not, which it sounds like from the letter that that's the case, then by all means, don't punish the family for the trifling baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both laid down together, and unfortunately, just because you guys aren't together, she still has two families. She comes from two different people. So let's be fair and grown about it and get out of the stereotypes of the bitter baby mom and the deadbeat baby daddy, and just all come together and learn how to co-parent in peace. That's what the vibe is supposed to be on. Like, just because we're not together doesn't mean we have to go at each other all the time and hate each other, because guess what? The kids still see that. The kids you're still leaving an impression on your child. And that can cause some psychological things in their mind too. So absolutely not. Just take that baby to her grandmother's funeral and let that other side of the family see him, regardless if he's there or not. Like, come on. And that's my 2 cents. If you guys, like I said, want to still send your advice, questions to me, send them to lyricbravado@gmail.com or DM me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And until next time, bye.
All right. So I suppose a lot has happened since we last were on Tigger Man's segment, like a lot in entertainment, but we're going to try to sum up what we can. Yeah, we ain't getting into everything, but yeah, we'll sum up at least a week. Strolling with Tigger Man up next. We'll be right back.
So here's the situation, y'all. Now, I ain't really think people still do that catfishing shit since that show been out. So one time I had to go uptown and shit to meet one of my homeboys and shit, okay? So I'm uptown and I get up there and we get to talking and shit. So he says to me, Lonnie, can you go with me around the corner to meet one of my friends? And I'm like, bitch, who the fuck is your friend? Because you got to be careful out here nowadays. You can't trust no motherfucker by. We fuck around, walk around the corner and shit, and somebody come behind me and press their brush up against my back talking about, give me all you got. And I'm like, fuck, it ain't much. You know what I'm saying? So he said, my friend. So he pulled out his phone and showed me his friend on Instagram. I said, oh, okay, well, where he at? And my friend said, right around the corner. And I said, okay, we can do that because that's about a block and a half. So we get to walking and shit. So as we walking, we finally reach our destination. A motherfucker walking towards us. And this motherfucker smiling. And I'm like, bitch, who the fuck is that? And he like, I don't know. So the motherfucker finally get up to us and he says, hi, and says my friend's name. And my friend looking confused like, hey, how you doing? And then he look at me and say, oh shit, you Lonnie B, you the dude over the internet. I said, yeah, I'm Lonnie B, but who the fuck are you? So he says, I'm the dude you come to meet, to my friend. And my friend said, nah, you ain't him. He said, yeah, I am. So my friend go to the Instagram and show him the Instagram, said, this you? Nah, that ain't me. That's my brother. He died 3 years ago. So this motherfucker got pictures all on his page of his dead brother. Profile picture and every motherfucker thing. So I whispered to my friend, bitch, you up there flirting with the dead. So at this moment, it was an awkward silence. So then I just jumped in and said, so when y'all meet? So the dude said, yeah, we started rapping on the internet and shit about Tuesday. So mind you, today is Thursday. So I said to the dude, well, is your brother named Jesus? He said, no, why you say that? I said, because today is Thursday, so that would make it 3 days since y'all been talking. So that motherfucker got rise or something because he was flirting with the man that's laying down. So is this motherfucker gonna get up today? Because you ain't who he wants, Satan. You wrong as shit for that.
If it's on your timeline, he's already seen it. Time to troll with Tigger Man.
Hey, welcome back to this week's segment of Trolling with your boy Tigger Man. It consists of celebrity gossip, international news, local news, and what's going on in your bedroom. How about that?
A bunch of cold medicine is going on in my bedroom right now. My God. I have got the sniffles. Like I can't comment like I want to because I have to keep putting my phone on my daggone thing on mic.
Yeah.
On mute. Shit, I can't even talk. See, goddamn medicine probably got me high. I'm all fucked up and be walking in the walls.
Damn.
Anyways, go ahead. Your turn.
All right. So we got some news about Red Lobsters. I know we spoke on that a while back, but they have officially filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
I know that's right. Work.
Yeah, a move that comes days after they shut down. Lord, Jesus. Hold on, I'm sorry.
He is like right there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so after the move comes day after they shut down dozens of the restaurants amid financial distress. But it's one that will keep a remaining branch afloat for now. So basically, they shut down a lot of their spots, but there will be some that will remain open.
Why?
Meanwhile,
how does that work? If you file for bankruptcy, I guess they're independent owners, franchise. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wonder if they'll make them change the name though. Instead of like Red Lobster, you have to go by Fish House or something. Like I don't know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it'll stay the same.
I don't know because I think legally, I have to look into that. If they'll have to change their names to like independent owners, if they'll be able to, like after they're able to break away from the franchise. But once you're broken away from the franchise, okay, you're a separate owner. Do you have legal access to that name, or do you have to name it something like Tigger Man's Fish House or something? You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit.
If they have to change the name, it won't be the same. We know that place is Red Lobster, and I went to Red Lobsters over the weekend.
I'm sure you did for the very last hurrah. Everybody and their mama was there.
Yeah, my niece had graduated, and so she wanted to go out to eat, and she chose Red Lobster. Out of everything, she chose Red Lobster, so we went over to Red Lobsters.
Your niece is a wise child. She's a wise child.
Yeah. But meanwhile...
Young woman. My bad. She graduated.
Yeah, she grown now. Well,
oh my God.
She grown. But meanwhile, Flavor Flav... Flavor Flav said, oh no, we can't lose Red Lobster. We can't do that. So him and his daughter went to Red Lobster, and they bought everything that was on the menu.
I saw this shit.
Everything that was on the menu.
You know what? This is my fault. Let me tell you why it's my fault. Because on Tubi, I was watching this weekend, right? And I saw Flavor of Love, and I was like, let's watch Flavor of Love. Let's just give this a shot, right? And I was like, because I wanted to relive all the, moments and stuff. And I was like, did you never hear Flavor Flav's name no more? No sooner than I turned off the TV, the news started hitting my phone about him buying up Red Lobster. I said, no.
Yes.
You know what?
I said, wow. But anyway, moving on. Other news, a transgender high school runner won a state title over the past week. Well, not this weekend, but last weekend. But
a transgender high school runner?
Yeah, high school runner.
Okay.
Yeah, won the state title. But instead of a rousing ovation, the athlete was met with a chorus of boos. Everybody was booing her because she's
transphobia. Mm-hmm.
Yes, basically. So everybody was booing her and everything, which was crazy.
Listen, so
after she won, because they felt that she shouldn't have been running with the females.
And what school was this? A predominantly black school? Well,
no, this was a school in Oregon, McDaniel High School. McDaniel High School.
Gotcha. But yeah, it shows you.
This says she was a sophomore, Aiden Gallagher, sophomore who raced in the girls 200 meter finals, and she won.
And of course, because she won, now there's all this backlash, and of course,
exactly.
discourse. Gotcha.
Exactly. Okay. Another news. Here in Baltimore. 2 fetuses were found on a Maryland Transit admission bus in Baltimore over the weekend. The first fetus was found by a driver on a seat inside an MTA Green Route bus heading south of Kirk Avenue near East 25th Street.
That's over here.
Police responded around 12:40 p.m. to the horrifying discovery on the bus, which goes between Townsend and downtown Baltimore. Then the second fetus was also discovered.
On the same bus, or was this like 2 separate buses?
It looks like the same bus.
Okay, so because this happened on 2 separate buses, 2 separate incidents, I wonder how often this is actually happening to bus drivers and stuff where people is leave. I don't know. I guess it's a Baltimore thing.
Oh.
Come to Baltimore, leave a fetus. I don't know. I don't know what y'all doing.
You know what? Shut up.
I don't know because it makes no sense. Like, really?
Yes.
Out of all the things, that should have been news to make you nauseous. But go ahead.
Okay.
Definitely should have, because I'm eating.
Yeah, that should.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm sorry. But anyway, she is this homegirl who called the white lady, the bleach blonde, built butch body. Yeah. Okay, so
be sick.
Yeah, so she's standing by her words that she said to Marjorie Green, Taylor Green. She was interviewed and she was just like, she refused to apologize for referencing Crockett as Marjorie refused to apologize for referencing those fake eyelashes to Jasmine Crockett or whatever like that. So Jasmine accused Marjorie of exhibiting racism. She basically says that's all it is racism. And she decided that she was going to be that person out loud and out in front. She said the difference is I just wasn't going to take it laying down.
Exactly. And you know what?
Right.
Go ahead.
She said, I have no regrets. She said, if you give me an inch, she'll take a mile.
And I'm glad that she did, because this is ridiculous. That Marjorie Taylor Greene has been getting away with all kind of like word vomit, and nobody pretty much says anything to her. They just let her be a white woman.
Yes.
And I'm glad that Jasmine has not only the fortitude, but she also has the range to get people like Marjorie together in a way that can't really be disputed. Now, when I heard that she went with the whole patented and trademarking of the bleach blonde, bad built butch body, like once I heard that she trademarked that, I was like, oh, okay. But I just, y'all gonna disagree with me, but I just didn't want her to start selling because I felt like let us have this, you know what I'm saying? Like you did it clear, you did it concise, you did it classy, black womanish. Don't taint it with some ratchet shit like t-shirts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's probably already on somebody's Etsy store, to be honest with you, but so I get the reason why she did it, and maybe like afterwards she can maybe profit from it after she gets out of the position and that she's in now. But shit, girl, make your money. I'm not mad. Go ahead.
First of all, I'm buying it. Let me get the t-shirt, because first of all, I'm here for it, because who you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who you disrespecting? Not this beautiful black queen. The fuck? She got exactly what she deserved. I'm here for it. And guess what? She made history saying it, because everybody and their mama is saying this phrase. I done seen memes. People done made AI songs about this shit. It's everywhere. This shit was a legendary moment for her. So, girl, when you getting them t-shirts made?
Exactly.
Because it's given what it's supposed to have gave. Which was everything. It was everything.
Exactly.
I can't stop watching the video.
You get on my nerves. Okay, so do y'all remember the whole Ocean Gate thing, that little submarine that tried to go down to the Titanic?
Yes, we do.
It exploded from the inside. Well, check this out. A billionaire is diving to Titanic depths in a deep sea submersible. Yes, shut up, bitch.
Oh,
Deep sea
just saying.
To a reassurance.
Submersible. Say it with me.
So there's this billionaire. His name is Larry Connor.
Uh-huh.
It's a Larry Connor and also someone named Patrick Larry. They have built their own little submarine thing, and they're going to go down there. They're going to try to attempt to go down there now.
When is this so we can get some life insurance policies on these said people?
They haven't put out a date as to when they're supposed to go down there.
That's cool.
They're supposed to be going. They're supposed to be going, and they have reassured everyone that this submarine that they made it will not explode. It will be able to reach the Titanic. So they are going to be doing that.
Take that to the bank.
You about to blow up because that's exactly what you about to do.
They calling it the Triton 4000.
I'm sure you are.
And you're going to see King Triton and all the Little Mermaids as soon as you go down there. You're going to live forever with them.
No, you're going to die forever and be down there with them. You're going to be down there with them, but you're going to be alive.
Okay. So that's it for news. So now I'm going to get into a little bit of entertainment gossip. Okay, so now we have Sean Kingston. Y'all remember Sean Kingston?
I do.
Beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sean
For
Kingston,
some reason, I always for some reason I thought he was dead. I don't know why.
You know what? I thought so at first too.
Like, is this a Mandela effect thing? Did Sean Kingston die in the reality that I'm from? And now, okay. Anyway,
Sean Kingston has been hit with 10 charges in fraud theft case. Cops claim that he and his mother racked up around $1 million worth of merchandise without paying. According to the arrest warrant issued in Broward County, the singer is facing a total of 10 charges related to facing a total of 10 charges. The biggest of one being an alleged organized scheme to defraud several companies. Authorities say that Sean and his mother, Janice Turner, ripped off a jeweler, an exotic car dealer, and several other businesses for well into the six figures. For instance, the car dealer allegation is over a Cadillac Escalade worth $159,000. Jesus. And the jewelry was worth $480,000. Sean is also facing a grand theft charge for an $86,000 piece of furniture, a custom bed.
Wow.
The other charges are all related to defrauding banks and writing bad checks. Janice, his mother, is facing a total of 8 charges. Since Sean has been arrested, he's just been released out on bond.
And those of y'all listening that's judging, don't act like y'all ain't do that at Rent-A-Center too. Shit. Most of y'all did that same shit. So before you start Rent-A-Center looking for your shit now, please stop.
I have something to add too.
What? He about to be suicidal?
Well, he don't pay for food either because he also owes the infamous HTX Food Plug, the creator of those gigantic Cheeto Boudin balls, $1,500. And he proceeded to go on his Instagram all week long, going live every 10 minutes. And I do mean every 10 minutes, saying, "Run me my motherfucking money, nigga."
Well, he ain't gonna be able to get it because they ain't getting it.
He ain't getting it. I said, man, and first of all, when I first seen that mugshot, I said, I'm gonna need Slim to just chalk that up as a loss because if he ain't paying you $1,500 for your food,
exactly, what makes you?
And he ain't pay all these people for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Not getting your money, dog.
Never seeing that fucking money.
Exactly.
Not getting it.
At
it's
all.
Not coming.
At all.
Gotta get it back.
But anyway, moving on, we have Miss Rihanna. Rihanna is expanding her $1 billion Fenty beauty empire.
I know
with
she
the
is.
addition of a hair care line. On Tuesday, Rihanna on Tuesday, Rihanna rocked a short blonde crop mullet while starring in a colorful and stylish ad spot to promote the new brand, Fenty Hair. It's going to be called Fenty Hair, which launches next week on June 13th. The commercial shows off women and men of all races in various hair types, straight, perm, curl, braided, and there appear to be several products included in the collection. Fans were raving at the announcement. Forbes estimates Rihanna's Fenty is worth $2.8 billion, and users have grown accustomed to trusting the brand.
I know that's right.
I know that's right. Riri not playing.
She is out here.
She said Beyonce what?
Okay.
She can never say that.
Beyonce what?
What was it?
She can never say that. But she can definitely.
She might got a little competition because a lot of people was not happy with that hair care line.
Oh,
you ain't hear that? A lot of people said it didn't work for them. So I don't know. Riri might, she might got a little something.
Riri said she got this. Riri said she got this.
At least from the videos that I saw of Beyonce's launch, the people that were there, I mean, I guess it's for, I don't know. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, so moving on to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is back to feeling like iron once more. The boxing legend says he's 100% healthy again after suffering a medical scare on a flight over the weekend. Well, last weekend. The 57-year-old required medical attention while aboard an American Airlines flight from Miami to Los Angeles. But in a post on X/Twitter, he revealed he was doing just fine now. He told his followers that he's at full strength before he made it clear of his plans to fight Jake Paul. So, he's supposed to be fighting again. He's supposed to be getting back in the ring to fight.
Yeah, we heard. I mean,
his 57-year-old ass is going to be in the ring.
Actually, I thought that he was older than 57, to be honest with you. I really did. I don't know why I thought he was older.
Because he's been fighting for so long. Like, he started when he was young. But he's got an old, no disrespect, but he do have like an old man face, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Does.
Like a very mature face.
And then he didn't do a tattoo on it somewhere around the 90s. I don't know.
Yeah, that tribal joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a little weird.
Okay, so now, since Lyric says she's back on Twitter, Twitter, for some reason, Cardi B says she doesn't want any WAP censored on her timeline because she's sticking up for XXX content on Twitter. This was after Candace Owens proposed it should be completely illegal. Candace recently called for a pornography ban on her X account, arguing its true intentions were to psychologically control and weaken men. And all the pushback, Cardi herself chimed in with her opinion, and as it turns out, she's very pro-porn. Cardi's thoughts on the subject came courtesy of an Instagram comment she left on a blog that published Candace's recent tweet about this. And it's clear Cardi B wants to keep porn around. She wrote, "Oh my God, why y'all so against porn? Is it that bad for all y'all? I enjoy it, but I don't know. I guess it's like a 6 time a year thing. I personally don't feel no connection or addiction to it, just a little quick 1-2. Nothing like real intimacy." She said, "Nothing like real intimacy." So then, X/Twitter announces that it is officially allowing adult content on the platform, provided it's properly labeled and not prominently displayed.
Okay, so
my only problem with that is kids have access to it. So if you're gonna do that, put an age limit on that shit.
Right, that's why they said it has to be properly labeled and not prominently displayed.
Not only that,
that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. When you sign up to make an account, that shit should have an age limit on it. Since you're allowing people to display their private parts openly.
But you know, people. I mean, you can sign up on there and put any age. They can sign up as any age. You can't really
True,
touch a child
but
or an adult.
at least it needs to. She's saying that it needs to be properly labeled and the proper precautions need to be taken. And but my whole thing with this, Elon, weren't you against? Aren't you like against porn? I mean, you are. At least the people that you claim to support, they don't want porn. They said porn, you shouldn't be able to benefit and monetize from porn. That's what they said. So
but my thing is, it's been going on.
Yeah,
and he probably tired of deleting accounts after accounts after accounts after account after account.
And they keep getting created,
and they keep populating. Like, so what would you say? They keep populating like what?
Exactly. I'm just saying, everybody had a problem when it was OnlyFans, but now that a rich white man can now that Elon can capitalize off of it, now all of a sudden we dick riding for it. Okay, both figuratively and literally.
Yes.
Hey X.
All right. So next.
Trifling.
We have.
Oh, you know what? I also thought about maybe it's their way of dumping, because Twitter has gotten like really political. Well, Twitter's always been really political, but like the movement and stuff, maybe they're trying to dumb it down and make it porn to where it draws people away from the platform. So, and it diminishes the value that way. You know, it's like, it's sort of like how they're trying to do with these TikTok bans and stuff. It's like, okay, well, if we eliminate these outlets for people to communicate, for people to learn truths, for people to, you know, get their ideas together and collectively come up with an argument about us. Ooh, let's quick run an inline to this. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh no, my conspiracy sense is stinking. I hate it.
So next we have up The Dream.
Who?
The Dream, songwriter The Dream. So
I heard about you.
So there's a lawsuit against The Dream was filed in California on Tuesday, June 4th. The outlets note that the singer's real name is Terius Justildi Diamant.
It's what? It's Terius.
Terius.
Okay.
Justildi.
Okay.
Diamant.
Work.
So the suit was filed by a woman named Shanaz Mangro. Yeah,
Work.
Mangro. Shanaz Mangro.
Work.
Well, Mangro.
That's
her last name, Mangro.
Oh, we heard.
Okay, so she is reportedly accusing the 46-year-old of rape, trafficking, and sexual battery.
Of course.
The woman alleges the songwriter lured her into an abusive relationship, which she also notes was violent and manipulative. Furthermore, Mangro reportedly referred to her experiences with The Dream as nothing short of a prolonged nightmare. Mangro and The Dream reportedly began their relationship under the pretense that he would help her pursue a recording and publishing contract. At the time, Mangro was 23 and reportedly seeking a deal with The Dream's record label and Epic Records. However, Mangro asserts that their relationship included him violently having sex with her and forcing her to drink excessive amount of alcohol. Additionally, Mangro alleges that The Dream choked her until she almost lost consciousness on one occasion. Furthermore, the woman alleges the songwriter raped her in the back of a van, forced her to engage in sex acts in a public movie theater, and refused to wear a condom during their sexual deals. Mangro also asserts that The Dream recorded their sex acts and used the recordings to threaten her into silence.
Wow.
Here we go with another one.
Well, I believe her.
It's crazy.
Sounds like you got some problems there, Tate Vadius or whatever his name is.
Okay, this is the crazy one. Okay, so this is the crazy. This is the last one. This is the crazy. Kanye West.
Oh my gosh! Stop. Pick something else.
Hold on. No, listen. Kanye West. Kanye West,
I don't know who that is.
ex-executive personal assistant, claims he gave her the boot after sending her vile sexual texts and videos.
Wow.
Lauren, her name is Lauren Pisciata.
Okay.
Yeah, Lauren Pisciata says in her lawsuit she was an OnlyFans model who posted a bunch of bikini and lingerie pics and was super successful, making $1 million a year. Kanye hired Lauren in July 2021 after meeting her when he was putting together his fashion line. She says she also collaborated with him and worked with him on 3 songs on his Donda album. A year later, she says he came to her and wanted her to be godlike and asked her to delete her OnlyFans account and promised to pay her $1 million a year if she did so. She says she agreed. Pisciata claims shortly thereafter Kanye began to send her a series of text messages, including one that read, "See, my problem is I be wanting to fuck, but then after I fuck, I want a girl to tell me how hard they've been fucked while I'm fucking them.
Wow.
Then I want her to cheat on me." It gets really vulgar after that, with more alleged texts sent from Pisciata that describes Ye's sexual fantasies with women, including a lot of explicit language.
I'm sure.
There's one interesting alleged text Pisciata claims he sent her that went something like this: "Is my dick racist?"
What?
He definitely did that shit. He did that shit. Listen, you ain't even got to read the rest. Just that line alone is giving Kanye. Come on now.
It really is.
Come on now. Stop.
Nobody else would have come up with that. Nobody else would have come up with that.
He said, "Is my dick racist? Is it? This fucking racist dick of mine. I'm going to beat this fucking big racist dick for being fucking racist. I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black asses and beat the shit out of my racist dick. Beating the shit out of his big out of his big black cunt." What? Not just this, but Pisciata also claimed he would masturbate during phone conversations with her and asked if she could hear or guess what he was doing. And she claims he was fixated on the penis size of her boyfriends.
What?
According to the lawsuit, there was a slew of text messages and sexual videos and photos that was sent to her, including at least 2 videos of Kanye having sex with a model. She claims he then promoted her to chief of staff for his various companies at a salary of $4 million. Pisciata says, yes. Pisciata says in October 2022, she was fired, but claims he offered her a $3 million severance, which she accepted. She claims he never paid. She's suing for breach of contract, sexual harassment, wrongful termination, and a hostile work environment.
Get these fuckboys out of here. Get them out. Get them all out. And I don't want to hear nothing from any of y'all in the comments or in my DMs talking about, "Oh, you just trying to tear down another black man, blah, blah, blah." No, these are abusive fuckers. And then those,
crazy.
Y'all are just bad. Y'all are just bad at this. And you know he sent that text. Lyric made a good point. That is like so Kanye. That is right there with him.
He definitely said that shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He said that shit.
Racist. What do you think I'm doing right now? Then you hear meat slapping and shit. These are horrible people. Get them out of here.
That is crazy. But anyway, this wraps up this week's segment of Trolling with Your Boy Tigger Man.
Hey.
All right. Up next on my segment, we gonna call this week, Who Are You? We'll be right back.
Y'all gotta stop costing black women or trying to cost black women their job every single time they say something you don't like. And white women, this time I'm talking to you. And I know I'm laying down. I was resting because I don't feel well, but I gotta say something because this is getting outlandish. One of my mutuals, the White Woman Whisperer, made a post when y'all were talking about man versus bear about how y'all, white women, are a threat to black women, especially when it comes to like corporate spaces. And y'all had a meltdown. And then in an absurd display, got her disqualified from the creator program. You cost her money because you didn't like what she had to say and proved her point because you were a threat and are a threat to her livelihood, to all of our livelihoods. Y'all always talk about how we need feminism and intersectionality and community and blah, blah, blah. But the minute someone offers you critique or even feedback on your own behaviors, the meltdown that you have reminds us all that you are not in community with us. You are in direct opposition of us when given the chance. And now this wonderful human who feel how you feel is a human being with bills to pay and a livelihood to make is out of a source of income because y'all couldn't keep the tears together, thus proving the point.
Marcus has your glimpse into a world without seasoning.
All righty, we're back. So I wanted to call this segment this week kind of Who Are You? Or more so rather, Be Who You Say You Are. And the reason that I wanted to name this segment this is because I've seen like one situation in particular sparked this whole conversation that I'm about to have. And I guess from there, it kind of set up the domino effect of the rest of the stuff that I'm going to talk about. So there's a PR. Well, first off, let me start back by saying my name is not a popular one, Marcus Smooth. And it's not a whole lot of people that, I mean, if you know it, you know me. Like, if you've heard my name, you know of me through my internet shenanigans or otherwise. That being said, there's also another filmmaker, upcoming filmmaker, a TV producer. He has a show, yada, yada, yada. Apparently, there's this video that was circulating on TikTok from a woman that alleges that he did all this bad stuff. I'm not going to put it out there because I don't know the situation verbatim, and it's not about me.
I'll say it because he was sent to motherfucking jail.
Either way. So the situation the video came across. Now, this person who is a PR who actually knows me and Tigga personally, this was from years ago. We met. She used to hang in the same social circle that we did. And, you know, she became a PR, I guess, through whatever, by proximity of who she's around. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. About be who it is that you say you are. Because this person who is a PR, who also knows me, took this said video and reposted it on her page that she then speaks to a large audience of 12,000, I believe, or more. She posted this knowing that we have mutual friends, tags me in it, and then says, oh, Marcus, is this you? Or what are they talking about? And all this other stuff, writes this whole thing, right? So I inboxed her and I'm like, so that's not me, first off. Secondly, you're a PR. Why are you, as a PR, as a person that knows what's going on and can research very easily and find out, not only that, but you actually know me. Why was this not an inbox message first, if you work in PR? So after it was discovered that it wasn't me, she was like, you know, like no exchange was had. It wasn't a, I'm sorry. It wasn't no, ooh, I fucked up or anything. It was just, you took it down and said nothing further. So then I waited a little while and I sat back and I said, certainly she's going to DM me and say, oh, sorry about that. Didn't know, yada, yada, yada. Did not. In our DM exchange, then I sent her a message of what I felt like her apology should have been to me, to which she did not reply at all. So it got me to sitting back and I was like, well, let me research this bitch because, you know, it's not often that people come for me directly and that know me. And then when we have a powwow, they say nothing further. So I'm going and I'm looking and I'm seeing on her page, I'm seeing what this woman ate. I'm seeing, you know, she went to the park. I'm seeing all these different things, none of which correlate with her being a PR. So then I started thinking, she was the type of person that I have a problem with. And it's a large majority of people that think that by proximity of who you know, that somehow that gives you the range or the right to label yourself something within that network of people that you deal with. And that's the problem that I have with a lot of you out here. It's like you get platforms and you get microphones and you get studios and you're doing all of these great things visually, but then the actual impact of what you put on paper or what you put out there to the masses is lackluster. And that's what I have a problem with, because so many of you want the title. So many of you want to be in proximity of greatness without actually doing the work that it takes to be great. Over the past year, I've had to do a lot of work on myself. Actually, over the past 3 years, to be honest with you, I've had to do a lot of work on myself, but really the hardest work has been done over the past year. And it's been just deprogramming myself and like just putting different measures into place so that I can be greater. Watching what I say, watching what I project and what I put out there into the world. And I don't think a lot of you that have platforms realize the impact of the things that you, or realize the impact that you have by the things you say. Realize, pay attention to. And none of you really care, or a lot of you don't care. You just want kind of like, I want the fame. I want everybody to know my name. I want to know this, that. Like you want all of the attention, but when people pay attention to you, it's like, okay, so what is it that you do? And then you don't even have the basic elevator speech ready, or you'll tell them some hustle man bullshit ass kind of answer, and you just come off looking real goofy. And there's people like this PR that, again, have not really actually done the work. Because any seasoned PR will go, I know this person. Let me send a message, or at least do the background work that it takes to go, are these the same people? Again, not a common name. So it's not like it would be like Joe Smith where you got to sort through thousands and thousands of listings. This is one name shared by two people with blue check marks. And you still could not get this right. You're bad at this, sis. You're bad. You're really bad at being a PR. Please stop. And all of y'all, please stop this. And this goes to the rest out here as we enter Pride Month and as we walk around. A lot of you that say that you're allies, you're really not. Because the things that you say and do aren't matching up. If you're an ally, be an ally. But you got to do that across the diaspora. As I get older, one of the things that I'm having trouble coming to grips with is just understanding that I guess I can't be affiliated with people that don't share in this political climate. It's not like it was before. Like I believe like before 2024 and before like this heightened influence that politics and that, all of these movements and stuff, with all of the impact that they have, it's just made the climate so hard to have friends that don't share the beliefs that you have and that they don't align up. And with me, it's very hard because I don't have a huge gay community of people, but I am very pro-gay. And I believe that the people around me are also pro-gay. But then I see different things. I see the way that you move. I see the jokes that you make. And I mean, we all make jokes. And we all can make jokes. And we can all have levity and a good time. But we live in a very, very toxic, very dangerous environment that with the things that you say, even the jokes. If you listen to me 10 years ago, and the jokes that I would make then as compared to now, you're not going to see the same thing. It's because I've grown. It's because I've done the work. It's because that when I project my voice and I put it out here as a radio personality, as a podcaster, I'm doing the work behind the scenes so that I don't put harmful things out there into the universe. And yeah, I make bad jokes sometimes and we all can have a good time. But a lot of you you're not understanding the impact that you have. Socially, politically, otherwise. You just go with whatever. I can't line up with that. I can't be around people making jokes about my lifestyle and otherwise right now because maybe down in the future, we'll be like, gay, why was we ever, pissed off about that? Maybe, but right now we're not there. So when you say and put different things out there, I'm going to have a problem with it. Just so you know, it's not that Marcus changed up. It's just that you got a lot of people out here in positions of power that can make laws and that are enacting laws to erase people like me just by being who I am. I did not ask to be gay. I did not ask to be black. I didn't ask any of these things. Both are dope, and I'm very happy with my placement in both lives. But you also have to understand, I'm also I'm pro me. I want to be here. And there are a lot of people that don't want to see that happen. Just off of who I'm dating, off of who I'm sleeping with. Oh, the children. Educate yourselves so that you can have the appropriate conversations that you need to have with your children, so that when you see some gay shit out in the world, your children aren't perplexed and you ain't sitting there looking dumb because you don't have the range to have the conversation. Do it. Do the work. Stop saying that you are something that you're not. And that's all I have this week for my segment. Up next, second half of the show. We'll be right back.
Y'all do know that you can be dense in peace, right? Nobody would know that you were unintelligent if you did not reveal it on the internet. A lesbian made that post, by the way. Femininity and masculinity are not genders, okay? Gender itself is a construct, but that's another conversation. There's a long list of traits that are associated with men and women, but in all actuality, anybody can have them. If a straight man said he did not want to date a feminine gay guy, nobody would be confused because they would understand that despite the fact that that gay guy may have traits that are typically associated with women, he's still very much a man. A woman who is masculine or who has traits that are typically associated with men is still a motherfucking woman. She's been socialized as a woman. She has the attributes of a woman. She identifies as a woman. I am attracted to certain forms of masculinity, but I'm not attracted to men. Therefore, I date masculine women. If Johnny had 4 damn apples. And you femme for femme lesbians who say this, because she's not the first one that I've seen. Y'all should know how it feels to have your relationships invalidated. After all, people be thinking that y'all are just 2 girls playing around using each other as placeholders until you find a husband that's okay with threesomes. I defend the right for your dynamics to exist, but I gotta go be straight because my girlfriend wears boxer briefs? That's nasty work.
Take us to work. Take us on the go. Take us wherever you go. WRTR, Real Talk Radio.
All right.
Nah, fuck that, because that bitch was messy. She was messy. Messy.
What?
I don't like that.
That's all it was. She was being messy. That's all I got from that was she being messy. She knew that wasn't true.
No, we don't play them internet games, sweetheart.
Yeah, but see, y'all don't read. My problem is people don't read anyways. People don't read. They're not going to take the effort that it takes to, let me look at the comments. Let me see, let me this, that, and the third. A lot of people are going to see the name, say, Marcus Smoot, and then associate me with some foolishness.
I'm pretty sure she read it.
Of course.
I think she read it.
No, she definitely read it because it was on there.
Being messy. Yeah, that's all it was. I think she was just being messy because that's your name too. So she knew.
But that's what I'm saying. But you see what I'm saying? Like, don't say that you're a PR because those are your words. You said that you were a PR.
And why would you do that? My thing
you went out here and bought all these followers to make it look like you a lot more popular than you are. That's what you did.
And then tag you in it too. That's
just saying. It was just messy and it was ugly, and that stuff, like, it causes a ripple effect. You don't understand, because the way that I saw this, I didn't even see that I was tagged in it. The thing was, somebody immediately inboxed me, somebody that I do business with. So I'm like I said, hey, girl, this you? Like, what?
She knew what she was doing.
And then when I reached out and I'm like, hey sis, that's not me, yada yada yada. And then I sent her a message. I sent her the apology message that I felt that she should have sent to me as I was clearly being sarcastic. But even so, read it, said nothing further. And I don't get it. So whatever.
That's because
Y'all-
she made the choice to do that, and
Yeah,
she
knew
didn't
what she was
value
doing.
you
She knew what she was doing.
like as much as you valued her. And
I
what do
don't
we
value
say
her.
to
That's
people
the
like
thing.
that. Well, now, but you considered her cool at one
I
point.
considered her cool, but it's not like we
So
was
that's what I
BFFs.
mean. What
And
and
that-
what do we say to people like that? Fuck you.
And keep it moving.
Period.
And keep it
Because who
moving.
you playing with?
And keep it moving.
No.
And
You can
keep it moving.
definitely ruin business relationships by pulling stunts like that.
Yeah.
No, nobody has time for that.
Well, if y'all haven't guessed, we're inside the second half of the show here on WRTR Real Talk
Yes.
Radio. Alrighty, so we got some new listeners and stuff, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all for sharing the links. I saw that y'all were out there. I can't wait to get to the Y-Files because some of y'all are crazy, and I was talking about the Y-Files in one of the segments. I'm thinking in one of the conversations online, and they were asking about segments that we have. So then all these people started commenting why questions. So I have a lot of whys for weeks. So why don't we just dive into the Y-Files up next? We'll be right back.
Okay, so listen up. So me and 3 of my homeboys, we went out to this party. And one of my homeboys, he one of those sorority men. You know, and I love the HBCU with all my heart. I ain't never been, but I love and respect what the fuck they do. So the DJ goes on the microphone and say, y'all ready to turn up? And I'm like, yeah, bitch, because I come here to dance. So all of a sudden the DJ plays P.D. Pablo, Who Am I? You know that song. And then my motherfucking friend just goes to, hey, hey, and I'm like, what the fuck? Now, mind you, he the only one that's in that. You know, and he just get the, hey, some motherfuckers looking at us, bitch. Like we're a karate team. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Calm down. We ain't here to do that. We here to do this. We ain't here to do that. You know, so this motherfucker started getting more and more aggressive. But what I didn't know, he was getting mad at us because we ain't joining his ass. He just like, ha. I'm like, what the fuck? We don't know that. We know this. We know this one. We don't know that one. Bitch, we know this one. We don't know that one. What the fuck? So I'm trying to play it all because my other friend, he went to the bar to get him a drink. So I'm trying to dance and tell him to hurry the fuck up and bring me them chicken wings so I can step off. For real. He mad as shit at us. You can't get mad at us. So then he finally stopped, look at us and be like, really? And start walking away like George Jefferson. Bitch, walk on. Walk the fuck on. C.C. Peterson. Shit, we ain't know that fucking routine.
Why do you have roaches?
The Y-Files.
Why do my children hate me?
On WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Why did my vagina burn?
The truth is out there.
Explaining the unexplained. We're answering why to the questions you want to know by taking your tweets at WRTR Radio. We take your emails at WRTRradio@gmail.com. And we take your Facebook messages over at Facebook.com/WRTR Real Talk Radio. This is the Y-Files. Remember, the truth is out there. All right, so my first one, like I said, this one comes from my group. Dash from Atlanta wants to know. I'm sorry, Deja from Atlanta wants to know, why do studs' pH balance be off?
Oh,
I got him.
I'm done.
I thought that was a good one for Pride Month because
I'm
y'all, listen, we all know sexuality, you know, it's people out here. Y'all think that just because she a stud don't mean that she don't like studs. Shit. Don't assume. You don't know her life. Maybe she need to take care of that that thing, but it is what it is. Deja, calm down. I don't know why the studs pH balance be off. I mean, shit, girl. Oh, yeah. I can name reasons that pH balances would be off, but that's not what this is. So anyway, the truth is out there. Hopefully you'll find it.
So it's the GYN.
Yep. Right there too. Get you an appointment. Go on.
I cannot.
What you got, Miss Lyric?
Let me see. I got one.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Oh,
It comes from me, first of all.
Okay.
Why did this dad ruin his daughter's graduation by not letting her shake the hands of the black superintendent.
I just saw that video.
I saw that.
Because why? Why are we doing this in 2024?
He ran
up on the stage as soon as her name was called and said, absolutely not. I don't want her touching him. Or him touching her, regardless.
What was the reason behind it?
Because he's black.
Okay.
No, seriously, this time it's because
I saw the headline for the video, but I did not see the actual video.
Watched it and I was appalled and mortified. And towards the door.
I watched it too.
She was highly
embarrassed. She looked like she was embarrassed. She
was very embarrassed.
Wow.
She just stood there for a minute like, I cannot believe this motherfucker did this shit to me on one of the most important fucking days of somebody's life. Why would...
And y'all over here worried about the gays in your kids. Meanwhile, y'all out here doing this to your kids. This is what you're doing. I mean, we ain't perfect, but shit, the kids that we have, typically, we plan them. At least gay couples. Anyways, go ahead.
It was crazy. And that's the first thing I said was why. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to run this on the show today. Because that was wild.
Yeah.
You're a fucked up ass father for that. Piece of shit. Because the truth is out there.
Yeah, don't be pushing your stuff on your kid. That's their graduation day. One of the most important days in their lives. Like they work their whole life for that. And that
core memory moment.
That is what you're going to have correlated to that person's memory for the duration of their life. If you were attempting to make them racist, guess what? You failed. She gonna fuck all the black dick she can at work.
She sure is. Good for her.
Bust down, sis. Go off.
I cannot.
Wrap it up and go off. Why?
Because the truth is out there and all over the internet.
All right, my why comes from me.
Okay.
Why? Why every time when a fight breaks out, somebody's recording it? Never have the camera focused at all, so you can't really see what's going on. But then you see everybody standing around and nobody's trying to break it up.
Now, Tigger, are you sure you should be asking these questions? Because Sir, let's not forget our 20s where you would be full-fledged flip phone light on in somebody's face when they were doing something ridiculous. Let's not. So I'm gonna reverse the charges back to you and ask why?
I don't know. He did it because look at his face.
No, look at him. When did I do that?
You've always done that. You would, like, me and Heather would be real discreet with that shit. Like, we'd be like recording.
Somebody, you were fighting.
You had the light on, Tigger. You had the light on a flip phone.
Look, he said he's grown from that. Okay.
Hold on. But then you know, like when you would take the pictures back there with them old Sprint phones, and they would make that loud camera sound. He would have the volume. He would have the volume turned all the way up. So even if he was taking a picture of something ratchet, it would be. You would hear this big snap, and then it would be this awkward moment because every head in the room would then turn towards us like, who's snapping pictures? And then you have Tigger there sitting there looking like a deer in headlights with his goddamn light on. It was so embarrassing.
Not realizing I had the light on.
Why? Because the truth is out there. That's why.
And so is that phone.
Dallas from H-Town wants to know why. I see what he did here. Dallas from H-Town. He goes, why is there H in the word white? White. Say it with me.
Just a
white.
Just a bit.
Why is there H in white?
Because it sounds about white.
For hatred. That's what it stands for.
I cannot.
Now, not all of them act like that.
That's true. We love y'all. No, we don't.
The ones that do, fuck you.
Yeah. Allies, we love you, but say that you ally and act like it. Don't do no fuck shit.
Exactly.
Because the truth is out there, and that wraps it up for this week's Wild Files.
Right.
You know the links, and News Making Nauseous is up next. Be right back.
This month, you can be straight, but don't do that shit in front of me. And don't get me wrong, I'm not heterophobic. I'm just tired of it being forced on us. Like how every TV show just has to have a straight couple in it. They're shoving it down our throats. And I mean, it's kind of unnatural. A man's G-spot is in his ass. Why mess with what God intended? The good Lord made Josh and Steve, not Adam and Eve. Personally, I think the default setting community has gotten too sensitive. Just because I think that your relationship is disgusting does not make me a bigot. My parents are straight. And stop forcing that straight shit on the children. With your gender reveals and your Sunday school. I don't want my niece to think it's okay to have a head of household. It's one thing if adults choose that lifestyle, but it shouldn't be exposed to children. So in closing, you can be straight, just don't make it your entire personality. And I just don't see why there needs to be a straight pride collection.
And now,
Say what?
news to make you nauseous on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Let's go.
These are some of the stories you might not read about in the New York Times, the Washington Post, or the Wall Street Journal. It's news to make you nauseous. All right, who wants to go first?
I will.
Well, then by all means, nice lady.
Alrighty then. Say what? Triangle, Virginia. And that's Prince William County if you don't know.
Say what?
A Virginia teenager faces murder charges following a shooting that killed another teenager and wounded 3 other people in Prince William County.
Right.
Police said that 17-year-old boy fired a gun towards a group of 5 people on Monday night on the 3700 block of Masthead Trail in Triangle. And I used to live like right down the street from there. That's wild.
Oh my goodness.
Prince William County Police said the suspect and victims all knew each other and the shooting stemmed from a previous altercation and ongoing dispute between them. Fire and rescue personnel took 2 wounded people to the hospital where unfortunately the 15-year-old boy later died from his injuries. Police also found a 16-year-old boy with a graze wound who was treated at the hospital, and another man who was shot was driven to the hospital and has survived. After calling 911, one neighbor says he found a young person laying in the grass asking for help. He and the other neighbor started tending to the person. Police said the 16-year-old boy and the men ages between 18 and 20 were expected to survive. And then another person who was in the surrounding area was not hurt in the shooting. 17-year-old accused in the shooting is being held at the Juvenile Detention Center and has been charged with murder, aggravated malicious wounding, and using a firearm in the commission of a felony.
Jesus. Y'all are out here wilding.
Wilding like shit.
Right. Wow.
We do better. All right. Mine. Let's see. Say what, East Coast?
Say what?
So, public health alert has been issued after an HIV positive sex worker has had over 200 clients. So,
Bitch! I had to unmute myself for that. Okay, I'm muted.
No, man, it's fine. Authorities say a woman may have interacted with individuals spanning multiple states, including Florida and extending up the East Coast, starting in Florida.
Did you say sex worker?
Sex worker. Now, the Washington County Sheriff's Office charged the woman with soliciting sex after she tested positive for HIV, which is a 3rd-degree felony. Now, both the Sheriff's Office and the Marietta Police Department are working to contact at least 211 people who may have been in contact with her to make sure that these individuals get screened and, if needed, treated for HIV. Again.
Bitch!
Listen, I am all about, I am pro-sex work. I do not care how you make your money as long as you are not doing it. If you ain't involving, as long as everything's consensual and you ain't involving minors or animals, then do you. I don't care. However, what y'all not gonna do is continue to do this. You have to, sex workers, if you are out here, make sure that you are protecting not only yourself but your clients, because it can't be what? if you have to make your money, make your money. I don't have a problem with you making your money because this world, this society does not make it easy to make a great earning for everybody. It doesn't. So sometimes you have to cut corners and make ends meet. I get it. But what you're not going to do is make my end burn with nonsense.
Not burn.
Trying to make your ends meet. You're not going to make my ends burn. No, it's not going to happen.
I cannot.
Nasty ass. Drag her. I'm over there. Under the jail.
I cannot.
You're up, Tigger.
All right. Say what, Detroit?
Say what?
A woman was taken into. Oh God.
I'm sorry.
A woman was taken into custody for allegedly throwing a firebomb at her ex-boyfriend's house, killing his wheelchair-bound mother.
Oh,
an innocent.
Oh my God!
It's horrible.
Jesus.
Why am I laughing? Why does this promote a laugh response? Oh my God!
You think that is not funny?
It's
the
not.
ex-boyfriend received a string of threatening text messages from the suspect Monday night, shortly after around 11:15 p.m. His home was hit with a firebomb.
Oh my God!
The man, his mother, and another woman. Hold on. The man, his mother, and another woman were all inside the home at the time of the incident. Hold on for a minute, Larry.
You don't
why
sound
are you
sure.
over there laughing?
Because you don't sound sure.
No, I'm sure. Hold on.
You done messed up like 8 times. Are you all right? What strand?
Shut Sativa.
Sativa?
Yes,
No,
sorry.
Sativa does different from me.
Okay.
Sativa makes me really focused and like articulate about things.
Okay, here we go. I'm ready to go. No, I just happened to look at the corner of my eye and I see Rick over there.
She like just turned red. She looks red on camera. It's hilarious.
The man, his mother, and another woman were all inside the home at the time of the incident, which took place on Detroit's east side near Gatriot and Van Dyke.
No.
The mom was killed in the fire while the other two were able to jump out of the back window and survive. By the time,
they did not see the bomb coming and then ran and left the woman in the wheelchair sitting there.
Left this mother.
No, y'all niggas took off running, jumped out the window, and left mama parked right there in the
I'm laughing at it. It's not funny.
Left her in front of Wheel of Fortune to die. Y'all grimy.
That's funny how you say it.
Oh, grimy.
One of their neighbors, Brandy Brewer, who witnessed it, said innocent life was lost over something childish. She said, by the time I came outside, it was blazing. It already made it to the top. She also said that was really, really heartbreaking for the family to have sit here and watch that.
Where are they getting this kind of great bomb? Like what bomb?
It wasn't that heartbreaking if y'all didn't have sense to grab her out the wheelchair and drag her lifeless legs with y'all.
They flew out. They saw
out the window.
Didn't even think about the mother.
Come on, yo.
Sources said that the firebomb was intended for the victim's son, and that there is evidence that the female suspect bought an accelerant from a nearby gas station shortly before the house was torched. Within 24 hours, Detroit police arrested the ex-girlfriend, who was found hiding outside of a motel in Livonia. Another woman who was with her was also another woman who was also with her was taken into custody. That's crazy.
Where you find her? Over at Livonia?
Livonia.
What? Okay, sure.
They done left the mama in there and she done got burnt up.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
What probably happened was they noticed the house was on fire and didn't even think about the mother, and they just flew out. And them after they got there, they was like, "Oh my God!"
Why would that be the last thing? First of all, what kind of child are you for that to be the last thing on your mind?
Wow. Literally last. Literally the last. And then you sitting there.
I'm trying to get everybody out. I ain't thinking about getting out.
Right? What the fuck is wrong?
You sitting there, you watching Jeopardy, and you sitting there mumbling the answers because you know you don't know them, and all of a sudden this bomb just come through, blow up, and then your family, you looking around like, who gonna get me?
Right.
And your niggas then jumped out the window and shot you the deuces.
That's cruddy as
That's
shit.
crazy. That's
cruddy
crazy.
as shit.
Wow. You want these and more nauseating news stories? Make sure you follow us over on Twitter at WRTR Radio before they turn it all into porn. You can also follow me at MARCUSSMOOT across all social media platforms. That's Marcus Smoot, not the one with the case.
I cannot. I
My
cannot.
name is Miss Laird Bravado. The same on all social media platforms except the nasty ones. And I think I'm about to delete my Twitter because all y'all is nasty.
The freaks have been coming out, and I'm here for it.
Wide open on there, and I don't want no page no more because y'all have ruined it.
I'm here for the freaks. Do it.
Hey.
No, thank you. But you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.
All right. And this is your boy Tickerman, and you can find me on Facebook at Tony Tickerman Nelson, on Instagram and X, aka Twitter, at Tickerman82, and you can also find me on Freak Twitter too, and at Tickerman82. And
Freak
you can
Twitter.
find me on OnlyFans.
There's a freak Twitter?
Oh, I forgot
That's what they
TikTok
called
too.
it.
Oh.
That's what they called it, Freak Twitter.
Oh,
That's what they
okay.
call it, Freak Twitter.
Oh, that's not something extra I got to pay for, is it?
No.
Oh, okay. Just saying. Some of y'all wouldn't be, completely offended to see naked. Some of y'all, not the majority, but some of y'all. Anyways, up next on Real Talk, we're talking about this story that NBC News just posted, talking about in Minneapolis this week, a juror was dismissed after reporting that a woman dropped a bag of $120,000 in cash at her house and offered her more money if she would vote to acquit several people from charged with stealing from more than $40 million from a program meant to feed children during the pandemic.
What?
So my question is this week, if it were you, what would you do? Some of you have had some interesting answers, and we'll be back right after this with those.
Tell me something. Why is it y'all all of a sudden feel the need to shit all over old music? Like, I don't get where that comes from. Like, I remember being a kid and Sam Cooke, Jimi Hendrix, Bob Marley, they were all long dead. But I still respected them. Like, I respected their music and what they did for the art form. Like, Rakim, KRS-One, LL Cool J. I wasn't around for that shit, you know what I mean? For like the heyday of that. But I still admire what they did and learn from all that they accomplished. It's because later on, I don't agree with necessarily everything about their style, or maybe they, don't do it the same as they did when they were younger. I mean, I'm still in awe of what they did accomplish when they did it. Like, soon as a motherfucker put out a whack song, y'all just so quick that he was always mid. He never had shit. They never could do. Like, what the fuck? Some of these artists have sold millions and millions of records without the internet or social media. And you think you could have done better? Stop playing. Hold that. I just don't understand what y'all get out of ignoring or downplaying somebody's accomplishments when they are most of the reason you even have a road for your lane now. Hey, okay, you don't rock with it? Cool, that's fine. You weren't even there in the first place. Pipe the fuck down.
Keeping it 100. It's Real Talk. On WRTR, Real Talk Radio. We keep it real.
We back, we black, and here is Real Talk this week. So, getting into it, like I said, NBC dropped this news story this morning, actually. This happened in Minneapolis. A juror was dismissed after reporting that a woman had dropped a bag of $120,000 of cash at her home and offered her more money if she would vote to acquit 7 people charged with stealing more than $40 million from a program meant to feed children throughout the pandemic. So our question to y'all this week, if faced with the same situation, what would y'all do? Now, a lot of y'all were vocal about your answers, and I mean, you know, I told you that it would be read on the podcast, so don't blame me when they start knocking at your door and shit. Anyways. All right. Heather Louise says, "That's right, Your Honor. $80,000."
And you know what? I probably would have did that too. I'd have probably did that too.
You know what, Heather girl? Heather girl.
I'll go ahead
You
and take 50 of, keep 50 of it in. Because who to say, I mean, yeah, I'll keep 50 of it. I'll keep.
How they gonna know how much?
Exactly.
Unless you tell them.
Unless you tell them. That's
okay.
Right.
So my nigga senses started tingling, right? And my whole thing is, first off, I'm already going to be skeptical because my conspiracy theorist ass is going to be sitting back like, the feds is watching. But then even further, you came to my house before this trial. Right, I want to know, how do you know who I am, what trial I'm going to be on, and everything else. Like, this seems very particular. Not to mention the fact, if you dropped $20,000 cash at my house, if I took the cash, you would not see me anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that $120,000 is enough to start a new life, but it's enough to get me to where I can. if that's the route that I'm gonna take, that's enough.
Bitch,
but
it is hot out here. Okay, listen.
Ariel Johnson says, I would have reported to the authorities. And honestly, I know who she is, so I honestly believe that she would. There's a lot of y'all out here that wouldn't. Douglas Renewed said, acquit now.
But my thing about that is, let's say if you don't do it, you didn't take that person's money. They know where you live at. They gonna come after you. They coming after
you. Can't go back home.
They coming after you. You can't go home.
That's what I'm saying. You can't go back home. So if I gotta move, I'm gonna at least go with fat pockets. Because
they're gonna be looking for you.
Louis says I'd report it. Karma. Not to mention that it shows potential guilt on the defendant's behalf. Fuck them. If you take from children and defraud the system, our tax dollars provide. Night night. Keep that butthole tight. The corruption will never stop until we the people make it stop. Keep up the good work, you all.
But what happens with that money though?
Exactly. Oh, they're gonna keep it. They're gonna
exactly. So therefore, I'm gonna still tell. Oh, but you ain't gonna get all this motherfucking money. You ain't gonna get all this money. Just guess what's gonna happen? It's just gonna magically disappear. Promotion. You get a promotion.
Right.
Bitch, please.
And one more thing before we get out of here. I also posted a picture of some dude in the bed asleep next to his phone. And I asked if y'all were going through his phone or not while he was asleep. Y'all in these comments, you just gotta go over to my page.
Look, I'm looking. I will look. See what's going on. See what's going on. She don't want to be that married person to find out it's been 20 years that her spouse has been with somebody. 20 years.
Listen, Lynn Chapman, a couple of them that jump out to me. Lynn Chapman said, in my opinion, if you feel you have to go through their phone, something ain't right from the get-go. Gotta have trust or you don't have nothing. Somebody said, let's see, Seth Burrell said, no, not at all.
But it was already open. So
Sean Bailey said, nah, but I'll watch it to see who sends a text. Y'all is grimy out here.
Like, hold on, who is this?
Maybe I'll hit the button, maybe I won't. All right, y'all. So
Now I will say this: it was already open.
Hmm.
Sometimes God will give you a sign.
Exactly.
It's one thing to try to figure out what's going on with the putting his face up to the joint while he sleep, but if it's already open, girl, yeah. Don't blame you one bit.
Y'all don't do that. Don't be going through those phones. Just break up with him. Just break up with him.
Or it could just be a setup. You could have been acting like he's sleeping. Had the phone right there to see if
he was drooling.
Like, what you doing?
Nope, he was drooling like shit. He was knocked out. He was like in that picture, gone.
All right, so I guess that wraps up this week's WRTR. Unless one of y'all has something extra.
No.
All righty. So we encourage y'all to follow us on WRTR Real Talk Radio on our Instagram page. We're trying to get the followers up on that. I just recently started it. I have not had it nowhere near as long as the 10 years I've had the Facebook page, but we'll get y'all some engagement on there, and we'll go back and forth, maybe debate y'all on some questions and stuff. See where your minds are.
Yes.
Miss Lyric, thank you for being here. Tigger Man, appreciate you as always.
Go.
And we appreciate each and every one of y'all. We'll holler at y'all the next time right here on WRTR Real Talk Radio. We out.
Bye.
WRTR Real Talk Radio.
This week's episode featured TikTok creators Chris the Author, I Am Lonnie B, Jordan Simone, and Dane the Great, using our platform to amplify your voices.